Good morning. It's Monday and it's time for our devotion together. Today we're looking at two passages generally related, Isaiah 35, 3-7a, and Psalm 125. And in the printed version of this with the questions, I asked the question. I mentioned that it is possible that many of us reading this will have many emotions given the Gaza-Israel, I don't know what to call that, right? Complication, war, conflict, and the polarizing opinions, and what do we, as Jewish Christian heritage faith people, what do we do with all of that? And so I would encourage, because this is poetry, both Isaiah 35 and Psalm 125 are written as poetry, and they're not just simple. I don't mean they're poetry and we shouldn't pay attention to them. What I mean is that poetry is part of the value of poetry is stirring up our emotions and getting an emotional response and helping us to think that way instead of with our linear parts of our brain. So as you hear this, I would encourage you just to let the emotions come and go. Don't grasp on to an emotion that comes as you read these or listen to these, but just let them shower you, let them come and go. Own each one. Oh yeah, I'm having this emotion now, and then be okay if a different one comes, and then at the end, wonder what you do hear from God after you sort of sift through all those emotions. Strengthen the weak hands, God says through Isaiah, and support the unsteady knees. Say to those who are panicking, be strong, don't fear. Here's your God coming with vengeance, with divine retribution. God will come to save you. Then the eyes of the blind will be opened, the ears of the deaf will be cleared. Then the lame will leap like the deer, and the tongue of the speechless will sing. Waters will spring up in the desert and streams in the wilderness. The burning sand will become a pool in the thirsty ground, fountains of water. And Psalm 125, the people who trust in the Lord are like Mount Zion, never shaken, lasting forever. Mountains surround Jerusalem. That's how the Lord surrounds his people from now until forever from now. The wicked rod won't remain in the land given to the righteous, so that they don't use their hands to do anything wrong. Lord, do good to people who are good and to people whose hearts are right. But as for those people who turn to their own twisted ways, may the Lord march them off with other evildoers. As I was reading this out loud to myself just now, too, I noticed the wicked rod passage, verse 3 of Psalm 125. And if you were either in person or online with us yesterday on Sunday, that will relate back to the sermon reading Psalm 23 through the lens of Jesus. So if you're interested, you can go back and look, or maybe you remember. Open my eyes that I may see glimpses of truth thou hast for me. Place in my hands the wonderful key that shall unclasp and set me free. Silently now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my eyes, illumine me, Spirit divine. Open my ears that I may hear voices of truth thou sendest clear. And while the wave notes fall on my ear, everything false will disappear. Silently now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my ears, illumine me, Spirit divine. Open my mouth and let me bear gladly the warm truth everywhere. Open my heart and let me prepare love with thy children thus to share. Silently now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to see. Open my mouth, illumine me, Spirit divine. Amen.